Today I'm going to introduce y'all to a classic workhorse made of iron and steel, the John Deere 4240. Now this thing was made between the late 70s and the early 80s and has 110 horsepower. It's known for its power, its dependability, and its no-nonsense design. You know, going back to this tractor, you were somebody in the 70s if you were driving down the road in this thing. It was the Cadillac of all tractors. Okay y'all, we're doing some maintenance on the John Deere 4240. Some very simple stuff. I already changed the hydraulic fluid. I had a mechanic come out and replace some seals around the 3-point hitch because we were losing quite a bit of hydraulic fluid. Now I am going to do an oil change and just kind of see where the tractor might need some attention, clean the air filter. And to circle back, we actually changed out the hydraulic filters. I checked the hydraulic screen, and I'm going to show you where some of that stuff is at. So there she is, John Deere 4240. Okay, y'all, I'm going to show y'all a few things. Right here is where you put your hydraulic fluid in. This is the dipstick to check the hydraulic fluid levels. At some point, I'd like to upgrade the couplers and replace them with a nice aftermarket piece. These are kind of dripping every now and then. Now if you crawl underneath, right below the axle, you're going to see the bolt that needs to be removed for changing the hydraulic fluid. Roughly about 13-14 gallons came out, and we all have new hydraulic fluid. In addition to that, these are the hydraulic filters that have been changed already, and next to that is a screen. It's a 1/2-inch socket. Put that in there, turn it around, and you can get your screen pulled out and cleaned up. Ours was pretty nice and tidy, so we just kind of rinsed it off and put it back in. For some people that are new to this tractor, I want to show y'all something. This little bitty lever right here puts the tractor in neutral, forward, puts it in engage, so that way you can put it in gear and move it. Did the 12-volt battery conversion last year, rebuilt starter. I got a new AC compressor coming in, which will also be a new conversion for it. We've had to do some upgrades to it. Recently, this coolant line broke and had to go into the hydraulic shop and get a line made and spliced it on there. No leaks. I got a brand new exhaust manifold with seals around it, and the same thing with the intake. Brand new seals, everything's fresh to go. Following up above the exhaust manifold, I got myself a straight pipe exhaust system installed. It sounds beautiful. In addition to upgrades, I also tinted the windows on the tractor. It makes all the difference in this Texas heat. I have a minor diesel leak just underneath the injection pump, so I'm gonna have to get a new seal for that on that bolt. And we're about to perform an oil change. Fuel filter is fine. All right, I made a costly mistake. This is 950 cold crank amps, and I shorted it. There was a wire holding the battery, touched the positive and touched ground, melted it. So we need to replace this. I have an extra one that came off this John Deere 7810. Okay, y'all, we got the new battery on. I'm going to try to figure out a method to keep this hot side covered with like a rubber boot or maybe something I can shrink over it, just to be on the safe side. The negatives really won't matter at all. And get some baking soda powder on this acid. All right, so let's go ahead and get this oil changed. Took a break and was mowing the lawn, so fresh green grass everywhere, going into spring, and gonna have some tractors ready to go. So let me show you where the oil drain plug is. All right, crawl under the tractor, directly under the engine block. There's your oil plug. Let's go ahead and get that off. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and turn on this tractor and let the oil cycle through the system and fill up the oil filter, and then we'll top it off. Another important step to maintaining your John Deere 4240 is to have a nice clean air filter. You can find the filter over here in this compartment. Take a 5/8 bolt, bring it on out right here. You'll have a primary filter, and then you'll also have a secondary filter just below this one. Guys, these are completely clean. I love how this John Deere 4240 brings in the air intake from the top, and it kind of has its own little filter up there, and the way it kind of mushrooms off at the top, it probably really caps off a lot of dust and debris from going into this. And I mean, I'm looking inside here, and it's absolutely clean. It's navy blue, the color of the filter in the inside. So I'm very happy on how this looks, and going to use it again another year, and probably just blow it out for good measure, and we'll go from there. One last thing, folks, and I didn't mention this earlier in the video. Before you go out there and hit the field, there are several components on this tractor that will need to be greased. Basically, it's a little nipple. Plug this into it and you pump it up. Make sure you try to hit every single one. There's some along the front. Both 3, I think, or 4 on the axle on the front. A couple on the rear, around the 3-point hitch, around the axle, rear axle. And that really kind of completes everything with the John Deere 4240. We're gonna get this 4240 back to work. We got new oil, we got new oil filters, we got new hydraulics, we got new hydraulic filters. I've checked the screens, I've checked the air filter, I've checked the fuel filter, I've checked the tires. We're rocking and rolling. The only thing this tractor's missing right now is some AC. The AC compressor pump went out last year. Luckily the weather's nice. It's about 75 degrees right now, it's cloudy. I'm not gonna be baking in this thing at all today. I got the mechanic gonna give me a quote for the AC compressor. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be anywhere between 800 to $1,000, which is completely worth it here in Texas, as it can get anywhere between 100 and 105 degrees in this thing, if not harder, just outside. I've seen some days be 110 degrees. Really cool thing about this tractor, it's got 7,978 hours on it. I had AI do some math and statistics. We believe this tractor has seen anywhere between 45 to 55,000 acres. That's right, you heard that right, 45 to 55,000 acres. Crazy, absolutely nuts. Dad bought it from a one owner and became dad's for the last 8-10 years. Now I'm using it just like he did. So beautiful comparing these tractors of yesterday to the tractors of tomorrow. I had a mechanic tell me they made these tractors so damn good that they couldn't sell any more tractors. I definitely want to do some upgrades to it at some point. Probably put some new speakers, redo all the cab, maybe like a 12.5-inch screen. Over here to my right is a Sudan field. We haven't planted Sudan in about 4 to 5 years. All right, y'all, let's put this iron horse to work. I'm in the old Sudan field. Sorry, it's a little windy. We got rain on the way. So I definitely want to get this cut before the rain gets here. All right, let's go. Thanks for watching Texas Beef Farm. If you enjoy our content, please subscribe and share the channel. As an independent farm, your support goes a long way. Today there are fewer farms in America than at any time since the 1850s, which makes supporting local agriculture more important than ever. If you have a farm near you, buy local and support them. And if you like seeing the John Deere 4240 running today, be sure to explore the rest of our channel for more videos of this classic iron horse at work.